The numbers are hard to believe. 9,878 people dead nationally due to drunk driving. 278 dead in the state of Illinois alone. Recently, the National Transportation Safety Board recommended lowering the blood alcohol level for people drinking and driving from 0.08 to 0.05. Thad Sutter owns a bar called the Island Tap in Libertyville.
No, I mean, they can do pretty much what they want, can't they? I mean, if they can tell you that, you know, smoking's still legal, but nobody can do it in your establishment, well, then they can just pretty much run your establishment for you. So I could see it affecting the Friday and Saturday night crowds, the younger kids, where they probably just go to a bar maybe more local to where they live. But no, I don't think my regular crowd wouldn't change.
Currently, a man who weighs 180 pounds reaches the .08 limit after 4 drinks in 1 hour. Lower the level to .05, and that same man hits the limit after 2 to 3 drinks. Bartender Dan Spurdley has worked at the Island for 4 years. Wrong with the limit the way it is now?
I don't think so at all.
Do you think people behave more responsibly when they have legal, repercussions?
They do once they get caught, usually, unfortunately. It's a little too late, but I think the biggest thing is the people who are drinking between .05 and .08 are usually the afternoon people. It's people late at night that are actually going way over and driving, and usually they're not the ones thinking about that extra .03 to make the difference. Suburbs, it's a lot harder to get a taxi cab anywhere you go, and .05 and a .08, I mean, it's going to hurt the bars a little bit, especially a place like us where we don't serve food. And I don't think it's going to really save or change anything too much. I mean,
the Vernon Hills Police Department deals with the same issues most U.S. suburban areas face. Too little public transport and too many DUIs. Kim Christensen was an officer here for 28 years.
Officer has a duty and responsibility to take action when he sees somebody who's driving under the influence, and he or she is going to continue to do that. Their night consists of is for DUI. It is a large part of an officer's activity all night long, in addition to everything else. And if a person understands what the law is, I can't help but think that any reduction in a BAC, whether it's from .10 to .08 like it was many years ago, or .08 to .05, that's not going to change a person's metabolism and whether or not he or she gets drunk and how fast he or she gets drunk. What that does, though, is make it easier to convict the person. People have to remember that you can be convicted, regardless if it's .08 or .05. You can be convicted of driving under the influence of alcohol, even if you're .05 now. Reducing it from .08 to .05 isn't going to be a magical number where, it's going to save lives. It really depends on a person's behavior.
George is an Island regular.
I think it's too low already. I think it should be raised, if anything. I think .05, you'd have 2 beers, you're going to be legally drunk. Have a few and go home and, drink at home, but it's .05 is too low.
Too high or too low? The line seems blurred. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Michael Collins.